what was 7 pounds of clay, and I centered it up and I opened it all the way to the back, all the way down to here. So there's no floor in this pot. And now I'm gonna throw the second piece, and I'm gonna throw it separately, and then I'm gonna put the one on top of this one and make a tall tower. I'm actually working on a commissioned lamp. I've already made one, but I tend to make 2 or 3 of a commission, because if you don't, something will go wrong. And so then I'll just sell the other ones to other people. So she needs a teal colored 20-inch lamp. And so I've been doing glaze colored tests to kind of match what's going on in this guest bedroom, and this is the color palette that we're going to end up putting on her lamp. And it's in her room. So I did some work, specialized work, trying to match up with colorants, a color just right for her lamp. So I'm going to take this lamp and put it right over here and get a bat and throw the second half. So before I let that set up a bit, and it's been setting up, I took a measurement of the top so that when I throw the second one, I know where I need to land on top of it. Okay. So in order for her to have an 18 to 20 inch lamp, and she really wants 20 inches, I have to throw it bigger than that, because this is going to shrink. It's going to shrink a lot. So I need to throw taller than that. Probably about 12%. If you a potter that uses a lot of water, then it's even more than that.
How much clay is that?
This is 7 pounds too. Okay, so, you know, you don't want lamps to be real puffy light. It's too easy to knock them over. They gotta have some oomph to them. So I've got a wall about that thick in that lamp, and when I put the base in it, I'll put it in even thicker to really make the lamp have a nice weighted base. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is center this clay, and I've just taken this piece of clay and slammed it down on the back, and now I'm just using my arms forced really firmly like a vise, pushing that clay downward, making it move into my hands that are holding center in rhythm with the circle of the wheel. So I'm going to push that down, and then I'm going to cone it up just a little bit. And this process helps compress the clay particles so that it'll stand up really well as I move this clay upward. So I'm feeling pretty good about that. I may do it one more time and bring the clay up and push it down. Usually one of the hardest things for people to learn when they're learning to make pottery is the centering process. It just takes a while to feel it. But it's kind of like riding a bike. Once you got it, you got it.
Where does the clay come from?
So we are a clay supplier, and it used to be, and we have a potter here that does dig her own clay right out of her yard here in Buncombe County. And so there's veins of it all over North Carolina. The settlers, when they first came here, came to North Carolina because of the clay veins. But that is horrendous hard work. So I give her about a year of doing it. Of course, she's a Spitfire, so, and she's 36, so maybe she'll do 10 years. But it's super hard work. But since the NASA program, basically, there's been so much science in ceramics that now ceramic technicians can design clays specifically for what our needs are. And so there are commercial clay suppliers in the country, and there's about 4 of them that are big national ones. And we represent Laguna Clay, which in my opinion is one of the best. And so this clay body is a white stoneware, and it can go all the way up to about 2,500 degrees. It's called B-mix wood, and wood kilns have real huge ranges of temperatures in their kilns, and so this clay is designed to be able to take that stress. And we have a wood kiln, except I call it an old lady wood kiln. Don't you ladies get offended. But wood kilns usually take anywhere from 3 days rising and you never get to sleep. And our old lady wood kiln, we fire it all the way up to temperature with gas. Then we blow the wood ash in there. It takes about 8 to 10 hours. We turn it off and go to bed. And they're beautiful pots with wood ash melted all over them. Okay, if you get a little clay on you, I'm so sorry, but it will wash off. Okay, so now I'm opening this up and just bringing the clay outward. And if I don't push this clay down on the back, it will pop off. So I'm just giving it a little compression, and now I'm looking for center again. Did y'all see that little bit of motion in it?
Yeah.
So I got to take that out, or that'll be trouble all the way through. So now I'm just going to bring this clay up just a little bit, which is called starting the pull. And I've moved it up just enough so that I can work with it now. And I know when I make this tall cylinder, it's got to land on top of that one. You guys in the back can't see yet, right? But don't be discouraged, because you're going to see the best part. So I'm bringing the clay upward. Now there's a lot of thickness in the bottom right now. I bet it's that thick. So there's still a lot of clay to move. If I push on the outside and choke it inward, that strengthens the clay for another pull. So I'm going to choke it in, put just a touch of water on there, and set up that pull and bring it up.
Your fingers or wrists never get sore.
I've got a little arthritis right here now. It's not bad. I tried to get some physical therapy to fix it, but it didn't. It just is.
That's all.
But that's all.
Not bad.
I'd say somewhere about 10 years into my career, this woman from Ohio ordered a bunch of dinnerware from me, like service for 12. And she drove down to pick it up. And she was in my studio. This is when I worked at home. And she was an ergonomic therapist. And so she said, you know, I was sleeping with developing carpal tunnel and all kinds of stuff. And she said, why don't I just hang out all day and you work and I'll show you where your problems are. And so I changed how I centered clay. I changed how I positioned. I changed how I put, even how I sit at the wheel. She advised me to sit and be high up and over so my back wasn't doing this number. And literally has saved my body. Her name was Chris. I don't think I even gave her a discount.
Never too late.
That's right.
Did she send you a bill?
You know, I think she bought a lot of things from me over the years.
What is
just-
the range of your customer base? How far do they come? Or
I have pots
California?
all over the world. So, but that's usually because they've found me. Like, I haven't gone and marketed my work in Europe, but I do have pots in probably close to every major country. And all over the United States. But that comes from longevity. I've just been making pots for a long time and doing a lot of shows and a lot of exhibitions, and people have found me. And you know, now people are all over the world because of their internet savvy. I can't say that I'm really of that generation. I like make my best stabs at it, but the young people, good night. They, in 2 years, have the amount of followers it took me 30 years to get. Because of that internet. Okay, I'm going to bring a little more clay up. And now I'm speeding my wheel up because it makes it easy for me to just move it up more quickly. And I'm kind of getting some of it out of the base of it, so it's putting me in pretty good shape. Even though there's a little motion right here, I can get away with that, but I can't get away with it here at the joint. The joint is going to have to be perfect. I'm going to grab some clay again, one more time, and bring it up. And I think I'm getting close to where I'm gonna put this cylinder on top of that other pot. I'm starting to have a little bit of trouble right here. So I'll just take a minute and stop and compress it so that I don't lose this pot in front of you. I do lose pots, but I hate to lose them in front of people. So it doesn't matter that my shape is right yet. It doesn't matter at all, because I'm gonna put it on there and then perfect the shape once it's on there. What I need is most of the weight moved up and out.
So you just feel for the thickness?
Yep. And that comes from a lot of practice. We teach a lot here.